Hi.
Hi.
It's Friday and
It
welcome.
is.
We made it to the end of the week.
It's Track Girl
Welcome
Friday.
to Track Girl Summer Friday. Welcome to Track Girl Summer. What a show that we have today. So excited. Okay, stay focused. I'm your host, Natasha Hastings. This is my co-host, the Kori Carter. We are bringing the culture, and boy, are we bringing the culture today to track and field. Kori.
Okay. Track Girl Summer. Track Girl Summer.
Follow me, Natasha Hastings, Twitter, IG, Facebook, YouTube. Follow Kori, the Kori Monster, Twitter, IG, YouTube. Most importantly, follow Track Girl Summer, trackgirlsummer.com. Get your merch, get your trucker hat, your t-shirt. Send two black women some money. We'll send you something back. But follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Remember, we're coming to you every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're bringing the tea. We're bringing the shenanigans. But most importantly, your favorite athletes. So I'm kind of just running through it because I just want to get to it. we have an exciting guest today. Y'all were here for the predictions during the Tokyo Games, and it got a little spicy. It got a little fun. I lost my voice, all the things, but he's also our first international guest. So let's just do what we do, get into the fit check, and then bring our guest to the stage.
Yes. In honor of our guest today.
Oh, that's what's going on.
And don't think that the baby wasn't ready either.
I'm usually annoyed with Kovu being in the fit check, but today it's appropriate. It's appropriate.
Okay. We got Jamaica in the building, so I said, I love a theme. Our first international. Kovu's tired. We went on a very long walk this morning, but look.
Kovu is always over you and the shenanigans. That's what it is. Don't blame it on the walk. Kovu is like, leave me out of this, Mom. Leave me out.
He loves it.
Now I'm annoyed with myself because I'm Jamaican and I don't have on no colors. And let me tell you something. What I know about my people is that they are the most patriotic set of people that you will ever meet. You think Americans are crazy about America? Jamaicans love Jamaica. But anywho, the usual on the face, 400 meter diva, lashes, lipstick. I'm giving a little mom oversized sweatshirt, track life. I got to go to practice later. I'm rocking a little onesie and my Apex sneakers. Let's get into it. Let me catch my breath. Let's do it. Yes, Aisha, warrior paint on the lips. War paint. Thank you.
Warrior paint. Let me grab. I got so excited about the fit check. Look, I ain't never done an ombre eye in my life, but I figured it out for today.
You executed. Good job.
Thank you. Yes, we have an Olympic champion straight from Tokyo, straight to Track Girl Summer. But he has the whole set. He's got. I just realized this. He got bronze in London. And in 2012, and then in 2015 at the World Championships, he got silver in Beijing. And then in 2021, he got gold in Tokyo. So he's got them all. He got silver at Commonwealth, and he is the first Jamaican
to win a medal in the 110 hurdles for Jamaica.
Oh, I was like, but because he's been doing this for a minute. You're right. And he is the reason why Jamaica went back-to-back with Olympic gold with Omar McLeod winning in 2016. And now, Bachi! I'm working on it, guys. Don't judge. First of all, I'm going to put a disclaimer out. People in the comments were like, oh, I can't wait to hear Kori's patois. And we're going to keep waiting because I can't and I won't because it's disrespectful when I try. So
well, let me help you out. The Hansle Parchment, a.k.a. Pachi!
Respect. Thanks for having me, guys. Love
Man,
the vibe.
thank you for being here. If you can't tell, we're excited to have you.
I see it. I see the Jamaican colors represent.
Did
You
you
know,
catch
that's our
that?
respect.
I had no idea. So before we get in,
Tasha, you know I was gonna have some sort of shenanigans.
I should have. You're right. Like we bring the shenanigans, and the shenanigans have been brought.
But let's get into it.
So, is it okay if I call you Parchy?
Sure.
Parchment, Hansle? How would you like to be? Okay.
Whichever one is fine.
So we had a little fun, a tremendous amount of fun watching you this summer in Tokyo. And we had a little segment on the show called the Podium Picks where we brought on some other athletes and we predicted who we thought would be on the podium. So we thought we'd share a little bit of how that went. Show you
Yes,
a little bit.
I would like to hear that.
Show a little bit of the shenanigans. So we had Jeremy Warner and the world record holder Aries Merritt on to talk about it.
Archie I believe am I yama bananas and I'm ready for the food.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so
I feel like if Grant falters, the Parchi is the kind of person that finishes his race well. Now that's if he falters. This is hypothetical. Now we already locked in. I already got Grant winning. But if something freak happens to Grant, God forbid, Parchment can come up there and snag that gold for Jamaica. I'm just saying. That's the kind of runner he is in finals.
So nothing freak happened. You just won that gold.
baby.
But from the world record holder and the shenanigans on Track Girl Summer, man, Parchy, talk to us about it. I mean, I lost my voice the next day. Kori was at my house. I was running through the house the whole night. Parchy, Parchy, Parchy.
I feel like everybody more excited than me.
Really?
The whole time. Yeah, because the whole time I was just planning how am I gonna execute this now. And as you know, Grant he got exceptional start.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch him every single time, he's at. I'm like, how is he at hurdle one already? And I'm just getting my first step. You know what I mean? And I studied that, and I realized I need to make some changes if I'm going to catch him. And I made the changes. You know, normally them say don't change anything that late. You know what I mean? Leave it for the background season. And I say, you know what? I'm gonna change this start. And I changed it twice. I changed it in the semis, I changed it again in the finals. And that's all I did to catch him up.
Man.
What was the change?
Just the foot placement and how high I was coming up in the set position.
Wow.
You
Because
do you
I
do you
start
7-step?
Yeah. The 7-step is easy. It's just
You're 6'5".
fast enough. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, I just changed two things and that made the difference.
But talk about execution and like knowing your competition, right? Because I think Grant was leading to like hurdle 4, but like maintaining that focus under the pressure and like you said, like having the wherewithal to I'm gonna make these changes to make the adjustment. And I don't want to say sneak up there, but you see, like people were talking about Grant, but we were like, hold on now, wait, what about Parchy? And you were like, what about me?
It good that not all the focus was on me, so that's one of the good part of it. But you know, I'm not worried about the pressure or I don't focus on those things. I just focus on the execution, and I knew what I was going out there to do. I even told my coach, coach, I go for win this. You never believe me, and see there. You know what I mean, so
That I love it. Speaking of your coach, I saw that he mentioned you had an injury this year, so you didn't necessarily have as many races as you would have had in a season. But, going back to your experience, you've been around the block a couple of times. Bronze medal in 12, silver medal, Commonwealth silver medal as well. just talk a little bit about what it was like going into the season, kind of under raced and dealing with the injury and just kind of third place finish at the trials and then on top of the podium at the games.
Well, I think most people know that, especially the trials, was one big chaos. You know what I mean? I almost wasn't on the team if the people got their way. But thank God it didn't go that way and I got my opportunity. But it was a tough season. I had a stress fracture in the left foot and I had to be in the pool almost every single day swimming. The people them start saying me a swimmer now and me have to try out for the 100-meter freestyle or something like that. Even on the news, they must say, yo, what part you do? And I swim him I do now. So they never caught me in. But I was confident. I knew what I was doing. You know how stretch fracture is. You have to be off of the foot.
Mhm.
And I was in the gym almost every day. I couldn't do any squats, any like deadlift and them things. I had to do everything sitting down, them kind of exercise that don't put weight on the foot. And as soon as the foot was ready to go, I was ready. And I just kept working. And I just kept chopping down my time. And you just have to maintain confidence. That's the main thing. So I feel like most people, when them get injured, them lose focus. Them start watch other people who are trained well and are run well, and take away from them getting better faster. So that didn't happen to me. I had this laser vision on where I wanted to go. So that was it for me.
Well, it definitely showed, Kori.
I am just kind of in awe in like your mental strength because, and we're gonna get to it, but you had some issues getting to the race, period. And then you're changing your start day of the Olympic final. You got a new start. How are you able to just go out and execute with all this chaos going on? Because if I almost missed my race and then was also trying something new in the Olympic final, I don't know if I would be confident on the line.
First of all, my start doing good, right? It's never been good for many years. So making a change in the start, it's neither here nor there. It would be a good gamble then. You can call it that. You know what I mean? And a good gamble to make because it's not like say I'm gonna start fast anyway. So
I
why
feel
not
you.
try something that can potentially make it faster? So that's what I did. And I had a long chat the night after the heats with Tracy. I don't know if you know, you should know Taekwondo Tracy, Julian Ford, they are sprinters on the Jamaica team as well.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and we reason about the start. I mean, I say, say, we need to make some changes because Grant is almost as tall as me. And every time the gun go off, him have 2-3 stripes on everybody. How him do that? I mean, I'm not weak. So why me can't come out like that?
Hold on.
You know? So yeah, man, I had to observe him and I learned a few things. So I have to give thanks for that. And it just worked out really well. But like when I almost missed the bus and I was in the taxi getting to the warm-up track, I think I had everything on the wraps same way because I was there saying to myself, well, if I panic now, that really not gonna help the situation. I'm not gonna get to the track any faster. So why am I gonna stress about that now? But just drink my water and just watch the road. When we met up on some traffic and then we start panic a little bit now because the traffic start move slow. I say, John will start. And I look on the time now, I say, I wonder if I gonna have enough warm-up time. I know I'm gonna reach before the race, but
the
when it comes on the hurdles, you have to warm up properly. I mean, pre the warm-up time. Normally, I not even put on my bodysuit until like the warm-up complete because I don't want to set up the bodysuit. Don't warm up in the other gear. Take off that, put on a fresh, dry bodysuit to go and run. At least as me jump out of the taxi and reach run at the track, I start put on the bodysuit already. Because we never have much. I think we have like 40 to 45 minutes. So I had to do a quick warm up. But I think we did kind of warm from all of the anxiety as well. So it worked out pretty fine. So, but it all come down to not stressing over what you can't control. Because that don't make sense.
I love it so because it makes sense. Like when you say it so nonchalantly, and it logically it makes sense. But we all know that, like, yeah, like if I don't have a start, if I try something, like no one that makes so much sense. But I would never think that. Or like if I was in the car, like, yeah, it makes no sense to panic, but that don't mean I won't. Like,
Yeah.
I love it.
Let me just also say I am enjoying, like, so my father's side of the family is Jamaican, and I just love talking to I try to speak a little patois. You caught a little bit of it, but I just love hearing you tell the story in like the raw accent, like, and then you were like, I reasoned this, and I was like, oh yeah, that's lingo. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. That's why I'm over here cheesing, like, yes, give it to them.
Can you break down that story of, you realized you on the wrong bus and that journey and the lady that helped you get some cab fare?
All right, what if we can summarize it? Right. Well, what me and my coach always do, we try to get to the track at least 3 hours before. I'm always has to get there early so you can just sit down and relax a little bit before the warm up time, or maybe think a little bit about how we are going to approach the race and thing. So,
Question: do you also get there early to snag some hurdles? Because I feel like all hurdlers are like, we have to make sure you don't have to worry about.
That's not my thing. And I notice everybody that, and I'm like, why everybody I run go grab the hurdles? Them like, everybody hurdles and yours. So me see if me see somebody put out some hurdles, me just go over them. I know yours. All of it, it's there for all of us to use.
No, I get, but you're not concerned about, like, if you're doing a certain drill, the spacing being right?
No. I'm not worried about them thing there. My drills work different from everybody else. And
That's
I am
great.
very flexible. So as soon as
Sorry, I couldn't get to it fast enough. Sorry.
Yeah, man, as soon as somebody set out the hurdles, especially the girls, because they know them set them out low, we just start with some drills. I'm watching a face. Yeah, so normally me and the coach will leave out together because they'll leave early. But they had some coaches meeting, so he said just go on ahead and he will meet me up at the track. So I listen to some music now and I head to the bus stop. And some Kirk Franklin me I listen at the time. My mother used to play them thing there when I was much younger, so I feel that was the vibe that morning. And music in my ears. I see the bus stop say athletics track. So, I'm gonna ask no question. I can't hear what the volunteers are say because I focus on the music, so I just go straight on the bus. I'm sit down right at the front seat. Down on the phone and I'll search for some more music for download. Some more Kirk Franklin at that. And I see a girl come on with something in her pouch, something long in her pouch, and I turn back and look on her. So when she walk past, I said, "What this not look like no athletic implement I've ever seen." Even though it's in the pouch thing, I say that's an pole vault. So what is that? What she come in with? But when I turn and look, I see nobody else with anything like that. So I say, all right, maybe she'll go somewhere else. Bus on its way now. It wasn't until after a while I realized something looked right. The road looked different. I'm start text the coach and I say, yo, coach, it look like we're on the wrong bus, I'm start say, yo, Jano Star, the people I'm gonna say a yard now. Big Hansle Parchment miss semi-finals. Go on the wrong bus. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Me was supposed to be one of the senior man on the team. Go on the wrong bus. So them thoughts go through my mind at first. But coach would say, yo, don't panic. As you reach, just jump back on the bus, come back at the village and thing. I reach a place, I realize it's some aquatic place. Afterwards, I figured it was, I think, rowing. So I come off at the bus now and I talk to one of the volunteers. She don't speak no English, so she bring me to this other girl who could speak English. And me ask her, I say, yo, how me can reach to the athletic stadium? She basically tell me, say, yo, I have to take the bus, go back. And when we look on the time, I say, this not gonna work. If I go back to the village, then for wait for the next bus to go to the track, I lose too much time. I need to go straight to the warm-up track. And you know them games here, them always have special vehicles, branded vehicles. So then I try get one of them there, and they must say, oh, that not gonna work. You know them people are very strict and them both rules and regulation. Them not gonna just buzz for you. So she said, then she was the one who mentioned the only other way we can go is by taxi. I say, why would I work with money anyways? The bus them available, I don't have no money. I say, all right, John, no star, I'm going to know. I go back and sit down on the bus for probably like 2 minutes. I'm saying, you know what, I'm going to ask the lady for some money. I'm going to go and ask her. And she kind of hesitate a little bit because I guess, as I say, them rules and regulation thing, and if anybody see them do certain things, them can get in trouble easy.
Mhm.
So she kind of hide the money under the phone and pass it to me. And then, of course, me don't know where the taxi them there. So me have to ask her that now, and then she say, all right, she go bring me. And she, while we are walk over there, me just ask her name and everything. Then we figure out say she have the same name as my younger sister.
Oh.
Except it's spelled different. But then we reach like a checkpoint where she couldn't pass because she had this radio thing on her. And none of the other security guard them wouldn't hold it for her. So she had to ask one guy outside to carry him over to the taxi. I don't know what them tell the taxi man, but the taxi man at the road. He must step on the gas. You know what I mean? And it's just the traffic part did kind of panic. But other than that, made it smooth, man. No problem. Focus, cause me they have a plan from before. After me done reason with the man about how to improve that start. Me plan it out. Me I say me I go get out earlier, and me I go catch him. You know what I mean? Cause I was lucky enough to get to run with him in the heats as well as the semi. So you know that I was blessing in disguise.
Yeah. It sounds like from everything from the Kirk Franklin to meeting the young lady to the taxi driver, pushing it through like God was really on your side. You had reason to be like, all right, let me not get caught up in what I can't control, but you stay focused on the process. I love it. I
feel like I was listening to the right music that morning.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I want to ask, now you came back to meet the lady who helped you find your cab, and did you end up giving her your medal?
Like, you know, a lot of people have been asking that, and I'm like, why would you think after so much hard work over the years?
I don't know, because it looked like on your IG, it looked like you gave her the medal.
Look how long me I try to win this gold medal and just come get it.
Just so.
Just like no man, just give her it, you know, so she can take some picture and feel out heavy and everything there.
Okay, because I was like, dang. He really was like, you helped me get this. Here you go.
That's what you call autopsy. He's like, let me go and find this woman. You helped me. Thank you. Look what you helped with, but give it back.
No, I couldn't leave and not show her, say, oh, you made this possible. You know what I mean? If it weren't for you, I probably would have still get to the stadium, but I wouldn't get the warm-up time I need.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to run properly. So I have to show gratitude for that.
Yeah. Awesome.
And I think it's dope that you like made the point of going to find her and saying thank you and like being grateful, because a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of people when you stand up on the podium that help you get to that place, you know, and she literally helped you get to that place. So I think it's dope that you like live a life where you're practicing gratitude?
The right thing, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And I really hope that people take something away from that. Just something positive. Just to remember, say, yo, you can't do it alone. You're going to always need assistance. There's going to always be somebody there in your corner, somebody who is going to help you to move forward or move to the next level. So give thanks to that person there and show them, say, yo, you respect what them do for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So as a, I'm gonna say fellow Jamaican, but I have to ask. I want to talk about sort of the Jamaican dominance in the hurdles now, right? Because the hurdles itself, the 110 hurdles, is a hot competitive race. You won the first Jamaican Olympic medal, and then World Championship silver, and then you had Omar McLeod winning the gold in 2016, and then not just you on the podium this summer, but also Levy snagging the bronze. Tell me how exciting it is to see like Jamaica, like you've always been dominant in the sprints, right? But now see that move over to the hurdles, and obviously now you being a part of that.
Well, of course, it's an exciting feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody know that the 100 meter, the 200 meters, the 400 hot events. Most people go to the meets to watch these events because it's we call it now the prime events.
Right.
And I would really like to see hurdles start to take over, what I mean, or at least join these events with that kind of force. And I feel like I help to push that, especially at home where the young boys they've now realized, all right, we can do other things. You know what I mean? I know all of we fast. And them know, I know all of them are gonna run 9 point something. Someone better suited for hurdles, so why not test it out? And we have other young people that come up now. When name Broadbell who ran 13, what am I, 13:10, I think, or something like that. So we have to look forward for him next year.
Yeah.
Jamaica trials are got like fire.
It's not like fire this year too, right?
For real.
So
All right. Yeah, no, go ahead.
it's really good to see that more of the boys are trying out the hurdles and not just focusing on the 100. So the hurdles can become more competitive and more of an event that people will look out to watch.
Yeah.
And how did you find the hurdles? How did you start hurdling?
Kind of funny story. I was throwing shot put and discus and javelin.
Mm.
And I don't know why coach thought I was suited for that because I just long and mag. I never have no muscle.
Maga is
And
for those that.
very so I had to pass where the guys had set up the hurdles like every evening to go to where the circle is or where the throwing area was. And every now and then we stop and do a step over and try to do what I see the guys I'm doing. Because I was taller than all of the hurdlers them that were there. So I say, why am I not try this stuff? So it was just one day coach, because usually we start warming up and preparing before he gets to the school, Mark Bay School in St. Thomas, big up St. Thomas. So him just forward early one day and saw what I was doing and decided, all right, I'm gonna give me a try. And I don't think it was much long after. I'm not sure if I had 2 months good of training. I won my first race at the Eastern Champs in Kingston. Just like 2 months maybe of hurdle training.
So it was meant to be.
Yeah. But I felt like that win was probably just because I was taller than all of them. Because none of them technique never good. Mine never good neither, but I'm taller than them, so we have more leg length. Step over and go about my business.
Because you're 6'5", right?
Yeah.
Do you find that sometimes it's hard with your height to like shuffle in between the hurdles because you are so tall? Like, do you feel like you have to restrict your stride length sometimes?
When I'm fit, it can become a real problem because you start to run into the
Yeah.
hurdles,
Yeah.
and you have to try to find a way to chop the strides even more. Even though we practice that in it still find yourself running into the hurdles too fast or getting too close to them. But I feel like my main problem is that I'm just not getting into running fast enough.
Mm.
As I thought, yeah, because I feel that's a problem for most tall people. When you get into running, you really get into running, but before that is just snail movements. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. I always like to ask hurdlers about their technique. And you were saying earlier that, Jamaica is really coming along with having a lot more hurdlers. And I always say when people ask me, where's your favorite place to run? It's hands down Jamaica. No one loves track and field like Jamaicans love track and field. And so I wonder, like, what is it like, representing Jamaica, winning a gold for Jamaica? Like, what is it like representing your country where, they eat, breathe, live track and field?
I must say, Jamaica is a very tough crowd. Right? I have to add that part.
Yeah.
Very, very tough crowd, and trust me, sometimes them can be very harsh.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not on top of your game, they're gonna let you know. You know what I mean? Them not gonna be like others who soft and say, oh, some of them are, but majority going rough you up and make you know say, listen, you need to pull up your socks. But other than that, them love you bad, and them always full of excitement and joy. And that's one of the things that will keep pushing us to perform at our best. And it's just always a joy when I step out in the Jamaica colors, because I know my people behind me pushing me forward, and the support is always big. And
They're cute colors.
yeah, I learned something the other day. The Jamaican flag is the only flag that don't have red, white, or blue. Yeah, think about it. Every other flag, if them not have white, they have blue or them have red. Jamaica flag are the only flag don't have any of those colors.
And we have the nerve to be screaming red, white, and blue like we something special.
Yeah, not for the couple of them have the same colors. Them just probably turn the flag one different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was probably most unique.
You know what I love about running at Jamaica too? Is them little horns. I don't know. When I step in the stadium and they have those going off, I'm like, oh, I'm about to run fast today, because you want to put on a show for them.
You want the champs feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's something else. Trust me, that what you got is not compared to the champs feeling.
My
Trust
mom
me.
actually goes back for champs every now and again. Her and her friends, like, imagine people traveling from the States to Jamaica just to watch champs, and it's the whole thing, like planning out their outfits, the horns.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to show up.
I love it. I love it.
Champs is awesome. People dress up in them school uniform, specially made geared, for specific schools, Kingston College, JC, all of them big school there. And trust me, it's a big rivalry, and actually probably the biggest track event, besides the international ones, we all know, like the Olympics and the World Champs and so on, is the biggest thing where track and field is concerned, especially for high school students. There's nowhere else where them have anything like that with this kind of support and excitement that we have. So.
Yeah.
I think the closest thing we have is Arcadia. But one day I'm gonna come through, give me a plate of curry goat, and I'm gonna come watch champs.
Anytime. Hopefully them get rid of this COVID thing fast so we can go back to regular programming.
Exactly. What was it like training in COVID for you?
Initially, it was tough because there were a whole heap of lockdowns, closing off the track, and people had to find ingenious ways to work. But after a while, they started to reopen it, and um, they had like curfew and everything. There, so because I used to train like 6 p.m. in the evenings,
Oh,
and because of the curfew, we had to switch to 6 a.m. in the mornings. One big switch, which took a little while to get used to, but we had to make it work. But they were trying to not have the crowd at the track in the evenings. I think it worked out pretty fine. So after a while, despite the whole lockdown and what was going on, we were still able to train. That was good.
I mean, given the results, I would say it worked out pretty fine for you too.
For real.
I had one more question that people were asking in the chat. People were wondering who you train with and where you train, who your coach is.
Fitz Coleman is my coach. Real elder. But I don't train with anybody that they might know. Well, Candice McLeod, she was in the finals of the 400 this year at the Olympics.
somebody asked
Um,
about her in the chat as well. Yeah.
yeah. And Odario is training with me. Odario Phillips. You don't know him yet. You're gonna know him soon. Hopefully he's bossing out next year. Dijou Russell is training with me as well. He was one of the stars at Champs, was winning a bag of things. The hurdles 100. He went to Calabar, which was one of the big schools. Yeah, that's about it. It's a very small group, but we train the same place with Racers Track Club.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody cool. Sometimes we're working together. Coach Okil is there as well with his group. And most of them are university students as well. So Jail Hyde is a part of the group. Taekwondo Tracy, Rochelle Clayton. So there are a few people.
Sounds like a vibe.
Yeah, man. Always a vibe. Always. Training can't boring. And training boring it too hard. Can you imagine you have 600 and the vibe just dead?
I can actually.
That not good, man. That's not good.
But you're right. There's a question in here about Anthony Henry. I'm gonna change your question around a little bit, but Anthony wanted to know, now that I think about it, do you think the IAAF could use the Champs and NCAA model to create franchise-based athletics competition? But I'm actually more curious, going back to Jamaican fans, why haven't we had the World Championships in Jamaica yet? Like, is there talks about bringing...
Jamaica can't manage that.
You can't manage, you don't think?
No, we're going to need to fix up the stadium properly and sort out proper accommodation and all them something. As in, it's possible. It's very possible. But we're going to need to make some changes.
Yeah. I think it would be dope, though. That would be...
Yes. Do you know where my mind immediately went to? The post-World Championship party after in Jamaica.
Hold on. That party would be lit, okay?
Yep.
Lit.
Definitely.
A vibe.
Like, now I need that in my life.
Yeah, everybody would enjoy the after party if they had it in Jamaica. It would be different from everywhere else.
For sure.
Yeah. No,
we just need to tackle the stadium. I feel like once we tackle the stadium, we could host that.
I think, well, listen, I'll definitely be long retired, but if that happens, I'm booking my ticket from the day they announce.
Track Summer will host the after party. That's what's going on.
That would be so amazing. So amazing. So again, keeping it in tune with Jamaica, Team Jamaica, or it doesn't have to be Team Jamaica, because you seem to be a student of the sport overall. But here at Track Girl Summer, sometimes we like to ask our guests if they could put together an all-time or all-star team, what would their team be? Who would their team be? So if you could put together an all-time hurdle, shuttle, relay. I was about to mess that all up. Shuttle, hurdle. See, I did mess it up.
You did.
What would that team be?
Wait,
All
time out.
time?
Is it going to be all male or is it going to be 2 men, 2 women?
Let Hansle decide. But yeah, you can mix it up if you want to.
All right. That being said, I would give Grant the start on my team.
Okay.
I mean, because
How are we
him
going
out like a rocket, and I feel like I'd do. Let's see. I would do Daniel Williams,
Daniel Williams? Okay.
second leg. Me anchor it still. Me anchor it still. Let me know from now.
I'm not fast enough. I can't get to it fast enough when you drop those.
Okay, who me I give third leg now? Third leg. Because I feel like we're already there in front of everybody else. So we don't really need if you run too hard after a while. All right, Megan third it. Come through and then we just finish the show.
Okay. My mom in the chat, my mom said, of course he would. Hi, Mom. All right.
Okay, so it's Grant, Danielle,
Williams.
Megan, you.
And myself.
Ooh, all-time team though. Would you leave Bridget Foster off? Hilton? I always forget to throw in her married name. We could do a whole nother team. Was that your all-star team? Or your all?
See, these kind of teams are too difficult to build.
So many to pick from, right?
Everybody's
Because
good.
I had a completely different team.
No, I feel like I could use anybody, to be honest.
Mhm.
Once they are fit and at their best, you can throw in anybody really, and you could have a crazy team. I could have Omar kicking it off.
Omar does have
I
a
could
good
have
start.
I could have let's see who I would put on a second. Like Kendra on a second. I could put in like Shubenkov or even Ortega. The team is too hard to pick because any one of those guys would be a stellar player in the team.
You're right. Because my little small mind was over here thinking about Team USA and Jamaica, but you right. You right. You right.
All those guys are good.
I would throw in Lu Zhang because when he is healthy,
Exactly. We can go back for some of the older guys, and it would still be a crazy epic team. You know what I mean? Robles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I watch a lot of Robles videos when I was working on my technique, because I just love how he approached the hurdles. I was trying to do his start, but I couldn't catch that the way.
That was
how
my
he
next question.
leaps from the blocks. Yeah, the way he leaps from the blocks. I was trying to do that, but that don't work for me. No.
So that was my next question. Who were the hurdlers that you watched and you were like, this technique, I'm still a little bit from him. I'm still a little bit from him. Like there's certain hurdlers I'm like, I love watching them hurdle. Who are those people for you?
Robles was it for me. I was watching. I was watching Liu Zhang as well, but I feel like everything that I emulate was mostly from what I saw Robles doing, and I had the opportunity to compete with him 2012 in the semis, and that was really a lot of fun. Unfortunately, he wasn't so healthy at the time, he hurt his hamstring. But trust me, that was just a joy for me to compete with the same guy I've been watching on my TV and watching YouTube videos of how clinically he was over the hurdles, and that was just awesome.
Hi,
I think all
hi,
of us get to that point where we're like, I used to watch you, and now I'm lining up against you. Like, what is this?
Right, your idol becomes your rival, right?
For real.
Yeah. But it also sounds like you like took in that moment. Like, I studied you, but I'm gonna bust your ass too.
Yeah, because let me tell you, like hurdle, I ran national record in that semifinals. I think I ran 13, 14, I think it was.
Mhm.
And I think like hurdle 7, 8, I caught up to him, and I think he kind of he realized I was catching up, and then he was digging for that extra gear to get to the line before me, because I was going to pass him. And then I realized he was digging deep. I just relaxed and went through, because of course it's the semis. It doesn't matter what lane I'm in for the finals. It's down the stretch. It's not like I'm going around the corner, so I don't really need to win the semis. So that was fun to see that he had to put in a little extra drive to make sure he's staying in front of me.
Did that give you a little notch in your belt going into the final? Like,
You see, the thing is, I'm done confident from before that, but that gave me.
excuse me, I'm over here asking answers.
But I feel like that's the mindset that we need to approach the races with. You know what I mean? Whether you're in the best shape of your life or not, because any card can place hurdles. You know what I mean? Somebody can hit a hurdle and you fly past them, or make a bad step, or anything can happen, or maybe I'm just faster stepping over the barriers. So I feel like confidence, yeah, you have to have that all the time when you step out.
Yeah.
That is what I'm getting from this whole conversation. Where did you get this confidence from? Like, how did you build this? Because that's all I hear in all your answers is like, I believe in me, and I have no doubts.
But it's still a very humble confidence, though. Yeah, but very confident.
Well, I feel like it's just the people I'm around, and my coach is always talking to me about, like, for instance, doing interviews, because I'm usually very shy and not very good with talking publicly and them kind of things. And him always say, Ansel, just take your time, take a deep breath. You don't need to rush anything. Think about what you're saying. You know what I mean? You can pause, nothing wrong with that. And just relax. And there's this other one of my coach's friend named Mr. Clark. He's always at the track, always just come through, come check on us and give you some, motivational talk, and different ways of thinking and them kind of vibes, and even the friends that I'm around. So I feel like the combination of that, plus I did some psychology in school as well. So I feel like all of that come together, and which is why I'm here now.
Yeah, Nicholas Campbell in the chat says, "Ever heard about the phrase "liko but talawa"?"
Don't look at that.
No.
I have. So we want to be mindful of your time, but there was a question that came up in the chat, and it came up a little. You brought it up a little bit, talking about the trials, and Team USA is very strict about top 3 is who goes on to the Olympics or the World Championships. And correct me if I'm wrong. I hope I'm not misspeaking with this, but Jamaica, the rule I believe is top 2, and then the third place they can decide is like a provisional spot.
Well, that's what I've been hearing a lot. Not like I've seen any paperwork to say
Writing.
this is
Okay.
actually what it is, but I've always heard them saying that those are the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
we've seen it happen. We've seen it happen several times where they change the third place person for somebody who they believe would be better suited.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you want to speak to how you feel about that rule? Do you think there's good reason for the rule, or because we in USA there's a lot of people that's like that rule should be changed, because we've had instances where in the hurdles the world record holder ends up staying home because she didn't perform on that day, or someone had a bad day at the trials and they don't get to go, and so the argument is that you're not sending your best team, but then there's also like, but if you didn't show up today.
Yeah. What makes you think you can perform? If you can't perform at USA, so what makes you think you can perform at World Champs at the Olympics?
Yep.
Like, it's, for me, I feel like it's like the perfect trial. It's called trials for a reason. So it's a trial run. Figure out who can perform when the lights are on.
Yeah, sometimes it's a sticky situation because everybody would want to see the best people out there performing for the country, right? But is what you do on the day, right? You could be at the Olympics and the same thing happen to you. You could something could happen that throw off your game and you're just not at your best when you're supposed to be at your best. And we always know anything can happen. So as much as we would like to always have the best people, because sometimes it happens that the people who you thought were the best, not the best. Or the people who you thought were not the best come and show say they are better. You know what I mean? So the trials is really there to select the team. And I feel like that is how it should be. You know what I mean?
And I feel if anyone proved that to be true, it's you. I mean, because had they left you at home, they would have left the gold medal out. They would have left the gold medal on the table.
Well, we still don't know that either because
no, we do, because you won.
yeah, we understand that, but somebody else could have replaced me and them still win the goal. I mean, Omar could have still win the goal. It's possible. You know what I mean? He was running fast, he was fit, he was in good shape. So
That's
you know what I mean, the possibility was still there that he could win. But unfortunately he wasn't able to come through at the trials, and that is just a part of the game. You know what I mean? 2019 I had a awesome background and probably one of the strongest in my life, and I thought I would just come done the place. And then boom, injuries slowed down the whole thing, and I was just not fit enough for the trials. I came through fourth, right? The third place man was a youngster who just came out from high school and thing. I think what time him run again? I think 13:30 something. I think him did run. Him never make the finals at the World Champs, right? I'm sure I would have made the finals, but you can't take off the man. If run for him spot. You know, put me on who you know or who you feel more confident would go further. You know what I mean? That a film opportunity for sure. What him got for sure. You know the work that he's been putting in. So I feel like it's fair to let the process work.
Yeah. And let me just again applaud you from start to finish. Injuries this season, trials, controversy, but you still kept your head down in the sand, focused, wrong venue. I'm going to change my start. And you came out on top. And not many people can go through all of those things, handle those things with the grace. Even talking to you now, it's like pour raising because you're giving the story so much color and passion, and maybe it's the accent. But I mean, I want to give you your flowers because I mean, way to, put the bow on top. It's not always the outcome, but the journey. And to hear that you remained humble and graceful through all of that, and now are the Olympic gold medalists. I'm sure there's more to come. Tell us where you are. What's up next season, vacation.
Well, I'm just chilling for the moment. I'm planning already how I want to approach next year.
Okay.
It's the World Championships. It's gonna be in Eugene, Oregon. It's gonna be exciting. I know the stadium is going to be jam packed. Not like over Japan where it was empty. So it's gonna be a whole different kind of vibe. I want to be ready for that. So I'm planning from early because I want to show my stuff. and have fun while I'm doing it as well. So really looking forward to that.
Yeah, Kori.
I have one last question for you because, gosh darn it, I hate it when it does this. Reading your resume, you got your first Olympic medal in 2012. You got your last gold medal. No, not your last, but like your latest gold medal, your latest Olympic medal in 2021. That's almost a whole decade between these medals. How are you able to have such a long career and be on the top of the podium 10 years after your almost 9 years after? Sorry, it's 9 years after, but
Injuries is the cause of that. You know why? Because when you're injured,
You have to rest.
you have a rest, right? While everybody else are run up and down and I run down their muscles, I'm chilling because I really can't do much. I have to rest to recover, and sometimes even after all the rest, and I think I would recover properly. I still don't recover properly and still have to rest even longer. So I feel like injuries play a major role in why I can still produce, fast times even now, because I've run less than some of the other guys, and I still feel young. So
Don't mind.
I love how you are making lemonade out of lemons, like finding the silver lining in injuries. I was never expecting that. I thought you were going to say it was the yams.
Well, we know that always play a role in the whole thing. We can't lift out them people. You know what I mean? But on a real though, injuries play a major role in that.
Well, I want to respect your time. It's almost 1 o'clock, so unless you have any last second questions, Tasha.
I don't, but I just want to end it on, we're Team USA. I always throw in my Jamaican.
today.
But I just want to say, like, we are always like, we're the number one team in the world. But you know what, Parchment? Team Jamaica is always down our backs. We're always, so talk your talk.
Yeah.
Continue to, I hope to hear a whole lot of this in Eugene next summer. And I'm praying that we're all there next summer. And this was just such a pleasure. I'm so grateful that you took the time out of your schedule to talk to us. Our viewers, they were definitely asking, like, when are you going to get Parchment on? We want Parchment. We asked who, you're our first international guest. Thank you.
Respect.
And someone wants me to say
let me pull it up for you. I
can't even begin.
Help her out, Parchi. Help her. You see that comment?
Where am I looking?
At the bottom of the screen, like by me.
By you. Oh, go on, no? I could hear you.
I don't know how to say that.
Give her, coach her a little bit. Give her a little lesson.
All right, let me say it for you, and you just repeat. Little. Wait, it gone.
Little.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What does it mean? Y'all have me. I don't even know what it means.
Say it first, and you get the meaning afterwards.
Okay.
It should be easy for you, man.
Okay.
You're not European.
Huh?
I say you're not European. It should be easy for you.
Yeah. Say it one more time for Apache.
Yeah.
Little, but with talawa.
Little, but with talawa.
But with. That was a good first try. Yeah.
What did I just say?
It's basically saying, Jamaica is a small island, but we have a big impact.
Yeah, small but mighty.
Small but mighty. That's one of my favorite phrases.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Somehow you can use it for your people.
Well, Bachi, thank you so much for coming on Track Girl Summer. We appreciate you. In the comments, they're saying that you can get me a wig for my next meet. Apparently, you know how to fix the wigs up right with Shelly.
I link up Shelly. I say a word.
But thank you so much. Make sure you guys follow Parchi at @parchment_Hansle. Follow Natasha at Natasha Hastings. Follow me at the Kori Monsters. Follow at Trackle Summer on the things. Go to Trackle Summer. Get your mama a t-shirt. She said she want one. She told me herself. We'll be back next week with some more guests. It's going to be a good time. And remember, no matter what time of the year it is, it's always a Trackle Summer, baby. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Parchi, don't leave. Like, stay, but
Oh,
we
oh,
go.
oh.